First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now.
Now Newton on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tate. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you?
I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
The left side completion to Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Play action. It's Simeon. Jones breaking from the contact. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. And Jones has it over the middle. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his fourth. Touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carolina getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 10, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now it's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
Take a sack. Come on. Gun.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Gun. Great.
The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey. Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On second down, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Simeon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Do something. Hey.
Throwing again. Newton. And caught left side. Olsen. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They give it to Anderson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Newton out of throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So here come the Lions now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off of play action. Simeon. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. He hits his running back, Procise. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. C.J. Procise, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Simeon. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. To the short side left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Gone! 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 Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Gun. Do something. Hey.
Here's Newton now on second down. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Tate. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Simeon on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a gain of 6. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Simeon. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, it's Simeon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Simeon. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Simeon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Simeon. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Simeon. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's a nice run by Kerryon Johnson, the rookie out of Auburn who went in the 2nd round to the Lions. And Brandon, You have to give Lions credit. They keep trying to find that running back that can be dependable for them so they don't have to use Theo Riddick as more of a third down back as their primary ball carrier.
They're certainly hoping to find it in Johnson, the 2017 SEC Player of the Year. It's complete to Golden Tate. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Escaping the pressure right. He shakes it off. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Newton. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. He'll dump it off to Procise. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Do something. Hey. 20.
Throwing again. Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. From the 50, Newton. Airing it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They go to Johnson again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Newton going up top. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Newton now to throw. He hits his running back, Procise. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. Now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Patriot! Patriot! Gone! 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 All right, now, look at 56. Detroit! Look at 56.
After the interception, here's Simeon. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! You got 4. You got 4.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now it's Simeon. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second and 10. Newton again. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. On first down, Newton. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. A second down carry for Procise. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Here's Newton. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Newton to throw. Being chased out left. He's got the first down and more past the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Now Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Newton. Flush to his right. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season,